Hansi bonjour, Aini bonjour, Denise and Sigason, Nakawi Pana Sigaso, Lucienne, Breland Miller, Ochi, Ochre River District, Mackinac, Manitoba, Canada, Nakawi Pan Michif, Nahayawewan, Anishinabeg, Saulteaux, Français, Écossais, Kakawi Pana Sigaso, Victor Miller, Ochi, New Canaan, Connecticut, Kakawi Pan English, Italiano, Austrian, and Austrian Jewish. So I just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the honor of inviting us here. I would like to invite a sister up here, Annabelle, if you could come up. She's also, I have a drum group called the Sister Spirit Drum, and she's one of my strongest singers, and also a relation to my dear Elayne here. So I'm going to ask you to come up. And before we sing, though, I would like to open up sacred space the way I would like to, if that's okay with you. So if we could all just stand for a moment, please. Calling in the air, the water, the land, the stars, the 100% benevolent medicine of the four directions, the 100% benevolent archetypal helpers of the four directions, calling you in, asking you to surround us and create a beautiful sacred space for us. We ask for your help and your protection. We call in all the 100% benevolent ascended masters, guardian angels, spirit guides to come and be here with us. We open ourselves up to receiving any assistance in any way that you can give us. We call in the ancestors, those ancestors who lived well and died well. We honor you and we say Chimigwech for everything you did in order for us to be here right now. And we call in our children's 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 children. We call in our children, and we love you so much. We do this for you so you don't have to carry our heaviness. Unchimaka Pachamamita, Mother Earth, we call you up and we ask you to hold us in this sacred, sacred, beautiful land. Receive any heaviness that we release today during this ceremony, during this gathering, regarding this kind of heavy topic. We offer this to you that you can take it and mulch it up and take it wherever you need it. Fuel yourself on our heaviness that way. We ask you to hold us, and we ask you to help us in any way that you can. We love you so much. We call in all of our relatives, the two-legged, the four-legged, the no-legged, the winged, and the furred, and the finned, and the creepy crawlers, all the plants, all the flowers, the medicine, the standing one, the trees, those oxygen makers that give us this holy breath of life. We call you in. And we call in the rock people, and the water people, and the fire people, the earth people. We call in all the elements, those elements of which we are made. We call you in. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the honor of our physical bodies, for these earth suits, these body temples. We're so grateful to you. We call in Grandmother Moon, connecting us with all the grandmothers from the beginning of life on earth. We ask you to shine your light on us. The women, the sacred women, connecting us with all that. We're so grateful. We call in Inti Taitai, grandfather's son. We call you in, kindling that fire within us, creating that balance with Mother Earth and Grandmother Moon and all the planets and moons in this solar system. We call in the star nations that guide our path, all those relatives. We honor you. And we call in all the 100% benevolent angelic caretakers of our Earth, of our solar system, of our galaxy, and of all the universe. And we connect to Gitchimanitu, Ito, Allah, God, Creator, Great Spirit, Great Mystery. And we ask you to shine your light on this gathering. Shine your light in our hearts. Wash out of us anything that no longer serves us and fill us up with your divine sacred knowledge and wisdom and brilliance and love and vitality and compassion and peace, forgiveness. We ask you to bless all of us, bless our hearts, those who have lost loved ones, those who have missing loved ones, those who have loved ones who are suffering from emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual imbalance. We hold visions of them being healed. We hold them all in the light. We hold this place in the light. And we say, Chimigwech, hi, hi, ho. So I'd like you to continue to stand. We're going to start out with an honor song. And honey, sister, if you can come up here now. So I was taught that whenever we sing a song, especially in ceremony, that if we know the story of the song, that we share the story of the song. So 3 years ago, I had the privilege of attending a ceremony for our missing and murdered Indigenous women in Saskatchewan, in Batoche, Saskatchewan, with a group called Walking with Our Sisters. And this song came to me a couple of weeks before I went there. And what we had done was, the way that we make our moccasins up north, we bead the top part, and those are called vamps. And then we complete the moccasin. But our loved ones whose lives were not completed, that were taken from them, we created this ceremony that people made just the vamps representing our missing and murdered Indigenous loved ones. And a call was taken out by Christy Belcourt. She's a Metis sister, and she was thinking maybe 10, 20, 30 people would send in their vamps. We got, I think, over 12 or 1,500. And so we had the red cloth, and we laid them all out. And her father, we had an elder that was smudging, and he had an eagle feather, and he prayed over each one. And I sang this song all the way down to the Saskatchewan River and all the way back. Mm-hmm. So we're going to sing this song for you. And, send on your prayers, for those missing and murdered. And you know what? They're everywhere. They're in Australia. They're in New Zealand. They're in Ethiopia. They're in Senegal. They're in Russia. They're everywhere. We have missing and murdered Indigenous loved ones. So we're going to do that. Way ahead. this time, I would like to introduce my dear sister, Elayne Gregg. I met her at an MMIW event, I think in 2019. And she touched my heart in a way that it's always there. Every time I sing this song, I sing for her, I sing for her family. I sing for you, I sing for you. I sing for you. I sing for you, Elayne. So I want to introduce her so she can share her story. You're welcome to sit down now. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then after she speaks, we'll sing some more songs for you. But I wanted to give her a chance to speak as much as she wanted to speak. So thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Elayne Gregg. I am Thana Autumn, Akimel Autumn, and Inupiaq. My mother is Thana Autumn. She's sitting right here in the beautiful traditional dress. And she's Akimel Autumn. Her mother is from Saulteaux within the Gila River tribal lands, also known as the Akimel. And my mother's father is Thana Autumn. My father is Thana Autumn in Inupiaq. Being my paternal grandmother is Thana Autumn from EcoVillage, and my paternal grandfather is from a small town in Alaska, which is called Kotzebue. Yes, I am a grand mixture of two vastly different climate areas, and I'm very proud of where my roots are from. My grandparents, my paternal grandparents, were both going to school in California, and as soon as my grandfather seen my beautiful grandmother, tall and strong Autumn woman, he fell in love instantly. So that's where I get the two different climate areas. I am a mother, a daughter, a sister, a grandmother, an aunt, a friend, but most importantly, I am a woman. With that being said, good morning. This is such a beautiful place. I was in awe. I'm still in awe. It's a beautiful day today. We have the nice cool breeze. I hear fish or birds splashing in the background. It couldn't be more serene than it is today. I'm feeling a bit nervous, and I guarantee I'll be probably just as emotional. I haven't talked on this topic since pre-pandemic, and every time is a difficult time. I have been actively advocating for MMIWG since February 2018. I thank you all for the invitation in allowing me to speak on this momentous day, a day that was chosen to honor and remember our past loved ones that have been taken, gone due to murder, or have been missing and are still missing. I come here not as an expert, but as someone who has survived as a victim of the missing and murdered Indigenous community. These are solely my experiences and my perspectives. The missing and murdered Indigenous women's movement first originated in Canada with the First Nations people. They began to see this devastation happening to their Indigenous females at an alarming rate. We, the Indigenous within the U.S., started to see the same occurrences, also at an alarming rate, and with no signs of help or acknowledgement from police departments or our governments, as if we were not important enough to be recognized. Before I move on, I want to mention the trigger warning. Though I know most of you are aware of the triggers these conversations do have, I feel the need to say it. I also want to acknowledge the surrounding lands of this beautiful establishment, and that is of the Thana Autumn. This is a hard topic to speak about, and just as hard for me being a survivor. So I'll start with a little backstory of my family. As small children, me and my siblings lived with my paternal grandparents for some years. This was so my mother could further her education. We would travel throughout the year, back and forth between Arizona and Alaska. I vividly remember walking to school during my first grade year with my older sister, Joyce, in the middle of a snow blizzard. her pulling me as I was so small, and every step was knee-deep. We'd watch taxi cabs drive by, full of kids being taken to school. We never questioned or knew why we couldn't get a ride. We were able to afford it. Maybe it was just a way of toughening us up. That's how my grandparents were. My paternal grandmother, Elayne Gregg, was a tough cookie. I watched her day in and day out work hard to sustain our livelihood, whether that was in the cold Alaska temperatures or the excruciating hot summers on the Tohono lands. Even into her old age, she would sit outside, or she would be outside every morning, tending to our land and our home, making sure it was a clean and loving dwelling. Her daily duties lasted from sunup to sundown, both in Alaska and in Arizona. To this day, my Tohono grandparents refused to buy an electric stove. They still use the wood-burning stove. So, of course, my grandmothers were outside every day chopping wood, as the men in our family were out working. I was surrounded by strong women on both sides of my family. Olivia Antone, as I pointed out earlier. Now, Olivia Rubio. Sorry, Mom. My mother, a strong, resilient woman. She's one of my biggest heroes, a true woman of strength. She has taught me to stand up for myself, to be bold, to be strong, and not to take crap from anyone. There is a reason her nickname is Iron Pants. We'll keep that story to ourselves. But it shows the true meaning behind the will that she has. However, I have also watched the strong and brave woman grieve. I have seen her suffer through a physically abusive relationship that was with my father. I have heard and seen her silent cries that she fought so hard to keep from us, her children. My mother has done her best to raise us alone, because once she finally left my father, I seen an unbelievable amount of strength blossom within her. Sure, we struggled. Sure, there were things we lacked, but my mother did her best. It was seeing her fight every day to make sure we were okay that I knew strength could come from pain, strength could come from heartache, and strength could definitely come from suffering. I knew that there was a certain amount of healing that must go on inside of you once you can see past some traumas and make brave moves for the betterment of your life and the lives around you. That kind of spark of inspiration is something that I will never forget, something that will play as a key part in my survival later on in life. There is no shortage of strong women in my family. There was also no shortage of pain and trauma that also went alongside that strength. I was and am still blessed with many stories that show how we women have overcome and continue to overcome life's struggles. You see, women are powerful. We have this innate ability to thrive, even in the toughest of times. We foresee a future that goes beyond our pain, a future that holds hope in its highest degree. Of course we fall, and of course we always will, but we always have a chance to rise from the ashes. Every day is a new day, and those days don't wait on us. These few stories are examples of how important our women are, how important it is to protect their lives at all costs, and why it is important to speak about our struggles and to speak when something or someone threatens that very essence of who and what has brought us into existence, our woman. The significance of my grandmothers and female roles in our family is just as significant in other families, in your families. We are the bearers of life. We are the future. And when that is harmed, it is hard to reclaim our power as women, because we are tormented by abuse, and when that abuse is not rectified, we become silent in our hurt. Just as my mother fought hard to hide her pain, we still suffered because she didn't heal. At least that is what I've seen through my eyes. Now, I'm going to give you a little history of my daughter. My daughter, her name is Ria Dene Almeida. She was born September 30th, 2001. She was my biggest child up until then. She was 7 pounds, 6 ounces. Though still tiny, she was still small, and she was the beacon of light. She was my first daughter. She grew into a beautiful little girl. She was a tomboy, actually, as much as I wanted her to be just as girly as I was. She was really tough and tumbled. She was always dirty, full of dirt, hair a mess, never let me comb it. I would put it up in pigtails or braids, and as soon as I was out of sight, I'd see her pulling it out. I remember one Christmas, me and my sister decided, let's get her some girl toys. Let's get her some pink stuff. We had her opening her gifts, and as soon as she seen that pink, she was done. She was so upset. She threw it. She wouldn't open no more toys. She cried, and she said, "I'm a boy." We laughed. We were upset at the money that was, spent on trying to have her embrace her femininity, but she wanted no part of it. She wanted to be outside with her brothers. She adored her older brothers. She was my sidekick. Anytime I was out and about without her, everybody asked for her. Where's Ria? She was definitely a light. She was our apple of our eye, just as all my kids were. But you could tell there was more to her. There is a significant part of her that was going to be so much more meaningful later on in my life, whether she was here or gone. I didn't know it at that time, but I felt like everybody on this earth knew it. She was my beautiful daughter. As she got a little older, maybe about 6 years old, we moved to a small town here in southern Arizona. She started school here, and she started hanging around more girls, because on the reservation, a lot of the girls were pretty rough and tumbled too. Now we were in a small town, and there were girlier girls. She came up to me one time and said she wanted to color her hair. I was on the phone that same day trying to find a hairstylist in my small town so that we could give my little 7-year-old streaks. But I wanted to embrace this new feeling that she had of being this little girl that I wanted so hard. I wanted her to embrace because I was just as girly. Well, I did find somebody, and she had little blonde streaks in her hair. We were so happy as she started to embrace her femininity. But we loved her just the same, no matter what. She was beautiful inside and out, and she shined. She really did, and I know a lot of us say that about all of our kids, just as we should, just as they all shine. But Ria was something special. And we lived on the main strip of our small town, and I think anybody that passed by that main strip would see her running around, usually chasing her brothers with a stick, and them chasing her back and forth or fighting. She definitely was a wild one. June 18th, 2009. It was a very hot day that day. I remember she wanted to go to the pool, but she had been to the pool every day that week, and Mama wanted a break. I told her no. She wanted to go outside. I told her it was too hot. She didn't want to be stuck inside playing the video games with her brothers. I needed to go grocery shopping that day. And she never wanted to go, but for some reason we did. We ended up going to the local grocery store. We ended up seeing quite a few family members that day, which was odd. a lot of family members from the reservation. We embraced them, they embraced us, embraced her, of course. And I remember just as we pulled into our house, there was a Beyonce song that came on. It's called To the Left. And I remember her laying on my lap, and we belted that song like there was no tomorrow. That song's still hard for me to listen to. We took our groceries inside. We continued on with our day. And just as this wild girl was so anxious to go outside and do something because she didn't want to be stuck at home, she asked if she could go to a friend's house. And just as I mentioned, she was a tomboy. So it was one of her brother's friends. Their brothers were a year and two older than she was. But she was friends with everybody. I hesitantly let her go. She never went by herself. But I felt so guilty for not allowing my little daughter the ability to go and have her fun. Her friend lived right down the street. Like I said, we lived on a busy road. So I watched her cross the road, helped her. She got on her bike. She waved to me, and I watched her get on her bike, stand up as her short, stringy, blonde streaked hair waved in the air. That was the last time I seen her alive. I went inside, not knowing what was about to happen. But something spoke to me. There was a higher calling that kept whispering in my ear that something was not right. I knew it in my heart. I felt it. It got so strong that I had to tell her brothers to go check on her. And maybe it was because I was too scared to check myself. Because I didn't want to believe what Spirit was trying to tell me, and that was that she was gone. I seen the sheriffs roll up to nearby down the street, and I knew it was for her. A part of me fell asleep that day. The light I once had inside me dimmed. It became very dark for me. I went through a lot of hard times, just as I always will, just as I continue to do, while reliving that day, reliving those memories. And it took me 9 years to start speaking about it. The thing I figured out is that my grief will never go away. It's here to stay. And so when there's times I need to cry, times I need to think about her, I let it happen. And I own it. And I deal with it until the next time it comes. Whether that be later on that day, a few months, a few days. And that's just the way the waves of grief come and go. And it took me a long time to figure that out. This year it'll be 13 years. That's almost double her life that she had with us. The survival of my motherly instincts came just as I remembered my mom. Just as I remembered that I can still go on, even through heartache and even through suffering. And that was the key part that keeps me going. Rhea was beautiful. She still is. She comes to me and I can feel her. I felt her this morning. Her energy is so strong, it kind of makes me lightheaded. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. I'm not going on stage yet. It's a little too much. But she still gives me that strength, even in the afterlife. And that's what has got me through, is my faith. In my family, as I'm sure a lot of other families are, we have become accustomed to not talk about things that hurt us. It's embarrassing. It degrades us as a person, as a community, and as a whole. And as I said, our hurt tends to silence our pain. And some issues are just too painful to bring up. But because we are unhealed, our circles of trauma have become so loud, we can no longer keep them a secret. The missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls is one of those silent hurts that can no longer be silent. So I thank you all for allowing me to speak on this very raw and very painful truth that I live every day since my beautiful daughter was taken. As I said, it'll be 13 years in June. That's a lot of time that has gone by. Time is a gift and a curse when it comes to being without the loved ones that we've lost. Time tends to mask up grief, but it also lends space to be able to process our grief and hurt. It is not always a means for healing. True healing comes from acknowledgement and having those difficult conversations. It has definitely been healing for me. And I thank you again for letting me speak on this. I am a member of a grassroots group called Indivisible Tohono that helps bring awareness to our Tohono people about policies that affect our Tohono nation on a communal, state, and federal level. MMIWG, of course, has affected our community as well. Our founder, Gabriel Ignacio, has collected data within our tribal communities on the females who have gone missing and or murdered. This was data that raised a lot of questions and concerns with how our tribal government has also dismissed our women who were affected by this. But it was data that was crucial and is very much needed. During the year of 2019, the Arizona House introduced a bill that would help create a committee study to collect data on the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. As it was presented and voted on in the Senate, me and members of Indivisible Tohono, as well as other Indigenous throughout Arizona, made the commute to and from Phoenix, some traveling 3 or more hours, to lend our painful stories of our lost loved ones and to stand in solidarity with those who have been affected who could not be there in person. Thankfully, in May 19th, HB 2570 was passed in Senate, and that bill helped create a committee study to collect that data within the state of Arizona. Gabriel Ignacio was a seated member of that committee. This was a huge win for our sisters and families who have been affected by this devastation. When we ask what we can do to help this movement, it is to simply speak up. Speak up when you know something. Speak up when something happens. Speak up when someone comes to you to let you know they have been violated. Speak up so that our young know that it is also safe to do so. It is amazing to see how powerful we can be when we stand together to make a change. Again, thank you for allowing me to share my truth, Ria's story, and the story of my people. So much love to my family and friends that continue to grieve their loved ones affected by MMIWG, to my dear friends Lavon, Starlyn, and Pamela, who have also lost their daughters due to homicide. Thank you.
Thank you, Elayne. We're going to sing a few songs, and we're going to get the mic here. This next song is Actually, I'm going to sing one by myself, if that's okay. I want to sing for your daughter. I have a brother named Carl Swan, and he's from my hometown area, and he's an amazing singer. And when they were finding all when they found the first 215 of our residential school children that were lost their lives in those prisons, he sang this song, and it really touched me for the children who didn't make it home. So it's a song to help them make their way home. So I just want to sing this for Rihanna. Okay. Way ah, way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way hi ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Hey ah, hey oh. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way hi ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Hey ah, hey ah. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way hi ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way hi ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Hey ah, hey ah. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Way ah, way ah, way ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey ah. Way ah, way ah, way hi ah. Way ah, way ah, way ah, oh, way oh, hey ah, hey oh. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Hey ah, hey ah. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the the sky. Hey, hey, oh. It's for your girl. So, sorry about wearing the mask. I have allergies, so that's Palo Verde and mesquite are playing a number on me, so it is what it is. We're going to sing now the Strong Woman song. And I'd like to, if Elayne, I'd like for you and your mama to stand so we can sing for you. Mom, we honor you. This song comes from the Kingston, Ontario women's prison. It was given to the women in the Kingston, Ontario prison by our relatives in the American Indian movement. Gave them this song, and one of the stories I heard about this song was that one of our sisters was having a really rough time, and she wanted to take her life. She didn't want to live anymore because it was just too hard. And one of the sisters started singing this song for her, and all the other sisters joined in, and they literally sang it all night long to keep her strong. And she's strong. She's out of prison now. She's doing well. And so we sing this song for all women, but especially it has been given to our missing and murdered Indigenous women. We sing this honor song for them to give them strength. We have a lot of missing sisters who are still alive. And they're in horrible situations. And so we sing for them, and we sing for their families as well. So just want to sing this the best way that we can. And then after we do that, we're going to go straight into the Warrior Woman song. And this song comes from a woman named Martina Pierre. And she was in a sweat lodge with her daughter who was going through a very, very hard time. And this song, she's a song catcher. Songs just come to her, and she sang this song for her to be a warrior for ourselves. We women have to be warriors, especially those of us in recovery. You know, it takes a lot to stay strong, especially when we're dealing with ancestral historical trauma that we carry, right? So to be warriors, and then after that, we're gonna sing the men's warrior song because we have a lot of missing men and boys. And we have a lot of sons that are having struggles, or brothers, or nephews, or cousins, or fathers, you know. So we're gonna do that. But so, ladies, if you could stand for those first two songs, that would be great. And we're gonna do our best for you. Way to sing one more song for you. And this is the Unity Song. And we sing this song. The song has a big history, right? It was given to the American Indian movement after their service in trying to gain justice for a murdered indigenous man. And so we felt like it was appropriate to sing this song. And it was given to the American Indian movement, and we have our flag there, which is nice to see, eh? And so when we sing this song, you know, part of one of the power of the American Indian movement is unifying and bringing all tribes together. That's been one of the challenges of dividing and conquering, right? So this unity song really brings people together, and we sing for people who are going through a lot. We sing for missing and murdered. We sing for our political prisoner, Leonard Peltier. We sing for all people, right? That we can unify. It's time to unify. We need to unify. You know, we got that medicine wheel, those 4 directions, all the colors there, the black, the red, the yellow, the white. We're all one human race, right? We're all one people. And we have to heal, and we have to acknowledge what happened in order to heal. So I want to say Chimigwech really to all of you that organized this event to bring us here. You know, this is a powerful topic. And again, thank you to Elayne. And so we're going to sing this song the best way we can for you. I just need to remember how it starts. Do you remember how it starts? Oh, I got it. It's always how does that song start again? dear. I'd like to give my sister here an opportunity to speak as well. This is Annabelle. So come on up and say a few words, Annabelle.
Oh, God.
Come on up. Whatever's in your heart.
I'm just really honored to get to share some of the songs that I've learned with Denise, which I'm very blessed to have her in my path. I was in prison when we lost Rhea. You know, I was in shock. It just came back to memory when her and her brothers would always come to our house, and they would spend all day there, you know, just hanging out with us. And I could just remember her just talking away all the time, and just, you know, when she wanted something to eat, we'd make her something to eat, and we loved them being there. That was one of the things that I remembered about her. And I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad I made it to be with my sister. It's good to see everybody. So I learned a song when I was in prison. That's why I learned to pick up a drum. And I've been carrying it on ever since. So I'm going to share a morning song with the family.
Okay, so I think that's all, folks. Thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be here with all of you. Chimigwech. Hi, hi.